Hello, and welcome to a brief overview of my capstone project. This study is on the impact of blended learning on student achievement and engagement within my 8th grade algebra classroom. Educators often struggle with the need to challenge students with both the content skills specific to their core area and the softer skills needed for communication, problem solving, and digital literacy. There just doesn't seem to be enough time. Creating a blended learning environment for students can be a method for hooking student interest and developing relevant skills for school and beyond, incorporating both the content skills and those real-world necessities. This traditional classroom model of teacher stand and deliver, or I do, we do, you do, has helped create a situation where only 9% of low-income students go on to earn college diplomas. As educators, we need to help engage these students, and technology provides a means for doing so. Blended learning refers to any instructional approach that combines traditional face-to-face instruction with some kind of online learning. There are various models of blended learning, which include face-to-face drivers with online support used for remediation and supplemental learning, rotation models that utilize stations for students to move through, and different variations of each of those. Part of my research was to see whether CBI instruction, computer-based instruction, had an impact on student engagement in a classroom. A research study found that students in CBI classrooms spent up to 18% more time on task than students in traditional classroom settings. Constructivist teaching combined with technology has been shown to increase student achievement. Students who learn from real-world contexts have been shown to make better use of algebraic symbols and interpretation of linear function rules. For this study, I will implement a rotation model of blended learning into my classroom for a 5-week unit of study on linear equations. Students will utilize stations at different points throughout the week and move between different learning modalities at each station. 2 classes of students will be used, cohorts A and B. Cohort A will move through traditional classroom stations only, while Cohort B will have additional stations that incorporate blended learning. The connected mathematics curriculum will be used as the foundation for instruction because of its heavy emphasis on context in real-world situations. Both Cohort A and B will have stations that utilize manipulatives. Cohort A will use traditional manipulatives, such as these fraction bars. Cohort B will have the added option of online manipulatives. Here is some information about my campus setting where the research will take place this fall. Students in Class B will receive their online support through a class set of iPads and Chromebooks. Computer-based learning will happen through several online platforms that students can access throughout stations. This is Think Through Math, a program that allows students to work through a specific pathway in math, allowing them to get practice and remediation at their own speed. When students log in, the program will specify a lesson and students can begin working on it. It provides immediate feedback and even has an online tutor available should students need one. This second example is a gizmos from Explore Learning. You can select a gizmos by grade, topic, or standard. And each gizmos lesson has a teacher and student material section, including lesson plans, guided notes, and assessment questions. Everything is provided in both PDF and Word format and includes things like vocabulary, student action sheets, and assessment questions. The great part about the Gizmo is the online module that allows students to interact with a math problem in both a real-world context and in a way that they can manipulate things on the screen to match what would happen in real life. In this example, you can see a linear equation that is being modified to model the runners at the bottom of the screen. When students click on a time, that runner moves forward and they can see that place on the graph. They can move it, move the runner, move the line on the graph, and they can see that connection in real time. Throughout the 5-week unit, the engagement levels of both cohort A and B will be assessed through a series of survey questions. Student responses will be monitored and compared to determine whether the blended learning aspect of instruction impacts student engagement levels. Student achievement will also be assessed and measured for both cohorts. All students will take a pre-unit diagnostic, followed by a post-unit assessment. The growth of each group through the 5 weeks will be compared using the pre- and post-unit averages and medians. Thank you, and stay tuned for more information coming this fall. Thanks.